What's going on, guys? Jax the Bearded Hiker here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Gravity Series 560 by Masterbuilt. Now, I first came across this product a few months back at the Hearth and Patio Expo in New Orleans. While I was there, I ran into Adam, who is the Director of Product Development at Masterbuilt, and he told me what they were looking for when they developed this Gravity Series was that they wanted people to experience the flavor of charcoal and wood smoke with the convenience of propane or pellet. And so far, I'm thinking they pretty much have succeeded on that. So what the 560 does is it gives you total control over your cooking temps by using a digital controller and a variable speed fan, and you can set those temps all the way down to 150 degrees and all the way up to 700 degrees. So Masterbuilt claims that you can reach up to 225 degrees within 7 minutes and also up to 700 degrees within 13 minutes. Although I am sure that that depends on your outdoor ambient temperature as well. So it also gives you the capability of not just using the controller, but you can also use Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and monitor your temps and control it from your phone. So the temperature controls are pretty easy to work. There's a power button here in the center. Basically, you would just hit that power button there, and to turn it on, you want to set the temp. You can set the temp here. You just hit this button here and then dial in with this knob here on exactly whatever temperature is you're looking for, and then you'll hear the fan cut on. So it has room for 4 temp probes here. It comes with one, and all of these feed through this little side port here on your grill. Down here at the bottom, this control right here is a little Wi-Fi symbol or a phone symbol right there. Now that is what you would press that button in order to connect with your phone. Now, one of the things you got to keep in mind when you're using this, and it could be a lot of people's problems that they've had with this, I'm not sure, because I have heard several people say that the app was not that good. But one thing anyway to keep in mind is if you set that connection to your phone, it engages it. Now, there's a safety feature that's built into this. When you open the lid of this, it automatically disconnects you. You're still able to control the temps and stuff by the controls, but it does disconnect from your phone. So what you have to do is, if you lift the lid, check, do whatever it is, once you shut it, then you got to hit that button one more time to reconnect. And again, that is a safety feature. That's why it's put into place. Next here, you'll see a clock here. And one of the things that's special about, in my opinion, about this is this temperature thing. It actually counts up. When a lot of electric smokers and stuff that I've seen in the past, or some other smokers or whatever that have timers on them, they tend to count down. So, you know, if you set it and say you're going to do 12 hours, you set it for 12 hours and then it starts coming on. What's great about this is you can actually set it, and as soon as you put it on, you hit that button, starts counting up. So if you come out here and you know you can come out and look, oh, I've been on for 4 hours or whatever, let's baste it, or it's time to wrap, or whatever it is you're going to do. That's one of the things that I really, really like about this. Moving over to the hopper here, as you can see, it's a vertical hopper. And the way it works here, you take these latches, you unlatch them. This is where you will pour your charcoal in. Now, it will take lump charcoal, and it also takes charcoal briquettes and wood. I think with 16 pounds of charcoal, it'll give you a burn time of like 12 hours. If you're using like a 10-pound bag of lump charcoal, I think they say you can get up to 15 hours. And what you would do is dump your lump or charcoal in there, ever how much you want or whatever. Here's your piece of wood. You stick this wood on top of that, and then you can top it off, add but one other thing you can do as well is down here is your ash pan. All right, so one of the things that you can do is, not only can you have wood in there, but if you take a piece of wood and stick it in your ash pan like that, as this burns down, it will actually ignite some of this wood that you have in here, so you can actually get smoke from down there as well. Now, this part right here is your lighting. So you pour your charcoal in there, and then the idea is you can feed your fuel through here and then light it right here. I have seen a lot of people struggling with getting these tumbleweeds in there. You know what they do is they fill this full of charcoal, and then they try to feed this in there, and you can get it in there, but it makes a big mess. So what the workaround that I see with that is, before you put your charcoal in here, you pull this out, and you can set that tumbleweed right in here just like that. Put it in, pour your charcoal in there, and then light it. Now, the only problem that I could see is if, well, let me show you these dampers. Right in here, you see you have dampers, okay? So what you can do is, well, I'm just going to tell you how to light it. So what you would do is put your tumbleweed in there. Okay, leave these doors open, put your tumbleweed in there, pour your charcoal in there, right? Leave these open, and then what happens is these dampers you pull out here just like that. That's going to allow the heat and whatnot to flow through this manifold that's inside, and I'll show you that. Now the manifold does have graduated openings, which are some big holes and then small holes, and what that does is gives you a more even cooking temperature inside. But back to having the charcoal in there. Let's say you're finished cooking and you still have, I don't know, half a thing of unlit charcoal in there. All you have to do is turn it off, put these dampers back in, make sure your doors are closed, and what will happen is that will extinguish your charcoal. All right, so let's just imagine we've got the tumbleweed in there, both of our doors are open, it's full of charcoal. What we do is we go over here, we hit our power button, set it to the temp that you want, because you don't want to close this. You want to give this about a minute or 30 seconds for it to get light up and whatnot. So leave all that open, turn your temp, set it, then come over and you can close your lid back. You know, make sure your dampers are open, and start cooking. So inside the grill here, you have some cast iron grates here that are removable. It has a smoke side and a sear side. So if you were going to smoke, you put your meat on here, or if you were going to sear, you use these wide so you get a really good wide sear marks on them. And that brings me to another point, is this thing not only does it smoke, but it also grills. I've seen people bake pies on them, cakes on it, chicken. They've even done fish on it. Up here you have this flexible cooking rack system that they got up here, so you could actually, you know, take one out, put one lower, you know, just the half racks, or, you know, set it to a whole rack. So I have been told that these racks here are your friend. Maybe if you were going to do a brisket or something like that, you know, you might want to pull it up here or down here where you could get you a little drip pan under there. So take advantage of these. So here, I don't know how well you can see, but this is the manifold in here, and on the sides it has those graduated holes I was telling you about. There's some kind of small, medium, and large, and maybe even an extra small on there. And this manifold allows, you know, that's what brings the smoke through here, and also your flame, as long as those dampers are out. All right, I know there's some nerds out there that want to know, you know, what the size is. So the depth, and I'm just kind of measuring the grates, the cooking grates, but you got about 14¼ inches that way, and then this way you're looking at about 22¼ going that way. This is roughly the same size as well. And this thing, this Gravity series is actually pretty tall. I mean, if you're measuring, you know, I'm just going to measure it from where the hopper location is. From the ground to the top of the hopper, you're looking at 52 inches in the height of it. And then basically the width of this is about roughly 52 inches in length. All right, as you can see, these the wheels down here, you got 4 wheels, big ones on the back, smaller ones on the front, and the ones on the 2 on the front has you a little off-on thing so you can lock these wheels here. And as you can see, this is some kind of a shelf that they have here, and under here you can't see it, but you have your drip pan. Drip pan. Also underneath here too is you have access to that variable speed fan I was telling you about. So moving around to the back, so right now you're looking at the back, and then this right here, I could see that this opening right here could possibly be a potential problem for those of you who don't kind of leave this out in the elements out there. If you don't own a cover, this water could actually get on here, or moisture drip down and go actually inside. Also, if you look a little bit lower here, this is your like a tray here, or your grease trap or whatever, that actually pulls out, and it's got this little lip on it, so water could possibly drip down in here and give you a good rusting. So what I would say is, you know, make sure you use a grill cover. So for build quality and all of its features, I think it's pretty spot on. You can pick this Gravity Series up 560 for about $499. So I think it's about what you would expect for something that was $499. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Stand by, I'll have plenty more videos. The next video, I'm going to do a burn-in, and I'm also going to be testing for hot spots. All right, guys, listen, the Gravity Series 560 by Masterbuilt, do it.